How to start putting yourself first without the guilt. G-U-I-L-T, guilt. This is honestly part of how and why Empowered with Gina even started. I, like many of you, was feeling almost suffocated by the guilt of having and creating a life that I wanted to have, for wanting more, for wanting different. And I was like, wait a goddamn minute. Why am I feeling guilty when I see other people out there seemingly making decisions? I don't know how they're feeling about it, but it seems as if they are so guilt-free. They are so confident in these decisions. They're so convinced and self-convinced about their decision and the life they wanted to have without the guilt. And so I started working backwards. And anyway, I want to talk today about how to put yourself first without the guilt. I know it's not going to feel natural, it's not going to feel good, and it's nothing you're going to snap your finger to. However, I promise you, if you do these steps consistently, we've talked about consistency before, whether you feel like it or not, I promise you it will change. Number one, recognizing when you're saying yes to things and people and situations that are not in your best interest, that is not in your priority list. You're saying yes because you should. You're saying yes because, well, you don't want to hurt their feelings. You're saying yes because of FOMO. It's like we're on autopilot or free fall. We're not intentionally saying yes or no to things that we're committing ourselves to, and we're not thinking it through. And instead, we're doing it for other reasons, for other people, to appease or make other people feel good about the decision we're making. That comes to our time limits, who we hang out with, how we even interact with people. So first thing we need to do is recognize, where in my life am I not putting myself first? And you should be first in every department in your life, in every category of your life. Is it easy? 100% no. Is it worth it? 100% yes. Take a look. Let's dissect your life. Where are you putting yourself even second, third, fourth, fifth? There's no wrong answer, and don't shame or guilt yourself when you write it down. I'm putting myself last on health. I'm putting myself last when it comes to, my hobbies, the job I want, the kind of community of friends I want to have. I don't always want to go to family events, but I go because that. Make that list. It's not right, it's not wrong. It just is what it is. This is the data we're going to use to work on. Number two, this is a big one, and this is where a lot of people will get stopped in their tracks. Stop worrying about being liked by everyone. You heard that. Stop worrying about being liked by everyone. And the second part to that is get used to and understand that the more you lean into your self-protections and your self-limits, the more you're going to actually piss people off. They're not going to like it. They like having full access to you the way they want it, not the way you want it. But I want you to come to my party. But I want you to be there even though, I know it's far for you, but you told me you would come. Even something like that. It's like, well, guess what? You might not be in a moment anymore that you want to go. You may have had a really fucking awful day and you don't want to go anymore. You're going to piss people off. I'm not going to come to that family party, that family gathering. I can't take so-and-so to that appointment because whatever the reason is. Remember, we don't explain ourselves, and you don't have to, but I understand this is where it gets very uncomfortable. The point is, get comfortable with people not liking what you're doing, and in fact, triggering a bunch of people. I'm very comfortable with it. How I am and my very, very strict and consistent self-limits trigger people. People think I'm harsh. People think I'm, tough love. I trigger people all the time by virtue of my limits, by virtue of me having very strong boundaries that are consistent. I smell blood in the water. I sense any kind of weirdness from anyone. They look at me crooked. They breathe differently around me. My intuition does not lie, and neither does yours. You've just been taught to disengage it. Listen to it. Because the second I sense that person is not okay with the limits I have, they're out. I don't need to tolerate it. And that goes for family too. And that's a big one for a lot of people. And so you work through it in your own way, however you can, but understand the more you stall and the more you try to keep everyone happy around you, the farther away from your truth and your fulfilling life you're going to be. I promise you, because it's not possible for you to have a fulfilling, self-centered life that you want while trying to appease and be there and keep everyone else happy around you. It's impossible, and that is not the way it's supposed to be. We were taught that it's wrong. Let's talk about the third thing that we're going to do to help us not feel guilty about living the life we want to live. Changing the definition of the word selfish. You're so selfish. That's how we all were taught that word should sound if it's directed at us. Negative, judgmental, critical, like something's wrong with you. But by definition, take out the dictionary, selfish is just self-serving. It's society and culture and history and friends and communities and family that put the negative connotation on it. I have unlearned the word selfish. And in fact, I embrace it. And I teach my children, you need to be selfish in order to have a fulfilled life where you're not running on exhaust fumes, where you're not constantly trying to cater for everyone and be a people pleaser, where you're not trying to get the job, career, friendship, relationship, life to make everyone else proud and happy of you. You need to be selfish first. And that goes for any single one of us. And the beauty of this is that you can as well unlearn what selfish means and then relearn or recreate for yourself what selfish means. I'm incredibly selfish. It's one of my best traits. It's one of the things that has created the life I have, a full, vibrant, fulfilling life, period. It's because I've learned to be selfish first and foremost, before my husband, before my children, before my family, before my job, before clients, before everyone. What good am I treading water, exhausted, not healthy, overweight, underslept, lonely, or hanging out with the wrong people, or being in toxic relationships? What good am I being in that situation to the world? I'm not. And so I absolutely must be selfish to show up for my best self, for my husband, children, family, friends, work, etc. Period. That one's going to be and feel very difficult to do, but I promise you, you can do it and it's not wrong just because it feels bad. Number 4, how to stop feeling so guilty about things. You don't have to do everything overnight. You can do small, incremental little things, little decisions. You don't have to cut that toxic person off overnight. I mean, I would. You don't have to. You can take baby steps because everything is growth. Everything can take time. And once you do that, it's like practice makes perfect. The next time a toxic situation comes up or something that doesn't support you, it might get a little easier and a little easier and a little easier. And then finally, you'll be like me. Any hint of toxicity or anything that does not serve my purpose is out of here. Period. Non-negotiable. Never going to talk to them again. You can get to that level of confidence and that level of absolute certainty in your life by little baby steps. But you need to start. You need to start doing them today. And number 5, like I've said, in order to start not having that guilty feeling about the life you want to have, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. There's no other way to say it. You're going to feel lonely. You're going to feel insecure. You're going to feel like, I don't know what I'm doing. You're going to lose friends over it and family. And maybe you don't lose them completely, but the relationship will change. And any kind of relationship changing kind of can feel awkward and maybe not good sometimes. But understand that you're doing it for you, which is the greatest relationship you ever have to protect for the rest of your life. So I think it's worth it. And you know it's worth it. You've just been taught that it's not. You've just been taught to do it for everyone else first. So unlearning it and actually changing gears and living life in discomfort while you're leaning into growth can feel scary. But trust and hear my words when I tell you, it is the way. It is for you. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not ungrateful. You don't owe anyone anything. You got yourself to where you are. Sure, there's been people along the way that have cheerleaded for you and been there for you, but ultimately you've made all the decisions. Nobody has handcuffed you and handheld you through life. And if they have, you should call the cops. But they haven't. And so you deserve the credit. You deserve to be protected. And ultimately, the discomfort you're feeling from all of these new changes you're making are for, in the long run, the best fulfilled version of you.